This is Center Grove Bantam Football League Super Bowl Saturday, proudly presented by Aldi. Hello, everybody. I'm Kevin Conrad, along with Bantam Board President Bo Barrett. We welcome you to our coverage of the minor league Super Bowl between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas A&M Aggies. And Bo, it continues to be very windy here at Ray Skillman Stadium. The temperature's in the 40s. I think we're up to about 48 degrees now. We've gone up a few degrees since this morning, but we've got a great one here between the Aggies and the Bulldogs. During the season, they did play, and it was the Bulldogs winning just last weekend in a close one, and that's the only loss that the Aggies had all season long.
Yeah, two very solid teams coming into this matchup, Kevin. Both teams have really dominated during the regular season. Texas A&M undefeated until they faced Georgia. So very, very strong teams, both on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball coming into today's matchup. I expect a very, very heated battle today.
Two great coaches. You got Johnny Reese now in his 5th year going against Aaron Holt. He's been doing it now 12 years.
Yeah, Johnny's a very intense guy, very good coach. He really demands hard work out of his players. He motivates them, and he works with them. He puts a lot of time into it, and the result is they've got a team that hadn't lost a game yet this year.
And Coach Holt now in his 12th year, 1-1 in Super Bowls. Won his first one last year, trying to make it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, Coach Holt's a veteran, been out here a long time, past president of the board, very involved in the entire football program. So I'm happy to see him back in this Super Bowl game. He deserves it.
It's the minor Super Bowl between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas A&M Aggies. This is Center Grove Bantam Football League Super Bowl Saturday, proudly presented by Aldi.
If you want to cut your grocery bill, you typically have to cut the amount of groceries you buy. But when you switch to Aldi, you can cut your grocery bill by up to 50% without cutting back on groceries. At Aldi, we give you longer receipts for less money. And that's the truth. Aldi, simply smarter shopping.
Welcome to 2014 Center Grove Bantam Football League Super Bowl Minor Division, Texas A&M Aggies. Let's hear it, guys. I'm here with Coach Holt of the Aggies. Coach, how do you think you're going to be able to do today, and what is it going to take for you to win?
Well, I'll tell you what, Andy, we feel very, very good about our chances. We're playing an incredible team in Georgia Bulldogs, coached by Johnny Reese. They got us last week, but we think we're good enough to compete with them and get a victory today.
Okay. Yeah, incredibly, these two teams faced off last week, so 2 weeks in a row for these two teams. Coach Holt, I'm going to give the mic to you and allow you to introduce your team.
Fantastic. I want to start with my coaches. My assistant coach right over here, Coach Pence, raise your hand. Coach House, Coach Bain in the glasses, Coach Osborne right here. And then we have our team mom, Amy Bright. And then great coach here in Tracy Watson. And she's going to introduce the cheerleaders for us, and then I'll introduce our players.
All right, Andy, if I could take just 1 second and tell you that we know that at Center Grove football is a family experience, and we just have such gratitude for Coach Pence and Coach Holt, including our cheerleaders, and really making them part of the Center Grove football family. So great experience for us this year. Up front, we have Jolie Pannell, Mayla Pannell, Haley Watson, and Chelsea Keish.
Fantastic. And then to go into our team, scoot over here for me, buddy. Step forward when I call your name. We got Bryce Turner right here. The mean, crazy, big hitting Bryce Turner. First-time player, 3rd grader, Matt Osborne, doing great for us this year. Another first-timer, mini we call him, Zach Boyer. This guy's crazy here. This is Christian Clark, our wide receiver. Turn around, Christian. Check this one out. Right? Another great haircut. Hayden Lambert, probably one of our best hitters on the team. Another first-timer, Blake Brown. Big time right here. One of our big linemen, Nathaniel Harden. He's done a fantastic job for us this year blocking and also doing great on defense recently. My big guy right here, my youngest of 5, Eli Holt, number 14. Come here, Big Ian. Everybody in the league wants to call him Ian, but his real name's Ian Ray, number 89. He's doing great for us, a 3rd grader. Our quarterback, who's been fantastic this season, number 5, Owen Bright. First time ever playing in a Super Bowl, 51, Tyler House. Came back from an injury. We're really happy he's with us this year. Brick house. He is a brick house. Ladies man, lady killer right here, Carson Bain, 2nd year I've had him. A very integral part of our team, number 21, Ryan Rayling. Smile to him. This is the whole glue to the whole team, Mr. Lincoln Dalton right here. I get everybody? I think that's it.
Okay, thanks, Coach Holt. I'd like to say it one more time. Good luck today, Texas A&M Aggies. Let's hear it. Welcome to 2014 Center Grove Bantam Football League Super Bowl, minor division, Georgia Bulldogs. Let's hear it, guys. I'm here with head coach Johnny Reese. Today, Coach, what do you think it's going to take to win? I know you guys just played last week. Another game this week, the same team.
We're going to have to play hard. We're going to have to play harder than we did last week. I think today the biggest test is protecting the football. I noticed this game before there's been 6 or 7 fumbles, and like I told these kids earlier, we're going to have to protect it today.
Great, good luck. How about you introduce your coaches and your team?
First, Coach Mark Nellens right here, scouting specialist. I got Coach Darren Messer back here in the back. Coach Rob Spellman worked with the line a lot this year, and Coach Ray Crawford in the back. You can't see him; it's kind of short. Starting first right here, I got Matthew Yoder, aka the Hitman. Little Hayden Pell, number 15. Next to him is my son Gage Reese. Next to him is the quarterback Brendan Nellens. Next to him, starting right tackle A-Bomb. In the back, I got our middle linebacker, Rosie Rosenbaum. Next to him, I have Wyatt Sutter. The big guy in the back is Garrett Messer. Standing next to him in the red hat is little Reese Courtney. Next to him in the back, pretty boy Bryce Blessings wearing the Pacer hat. Next to him, number 89, our center, William Spellman. Down here in the front, the Maniac, little Hiddle. Next to him is Elijah Hitz, our split end, and number 5, Ray Crawford.
Great, Coach. Good luck today. Good luck to everybody. Stay warm. Let's have a good game. Let's hear it one more time. Georgia Bulldogs.
Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flatbed, dump cab, crew cab, in the cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock, or custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
Super Bowl game between the Aggies of Texas A&M across the way against the Bulldogs of Georgia. It's going to be a great one. Georgia undefeated, 10-0, the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed, Texas A&M, at 9-1. They played just last weekend, and it was 25-19 Georgia winning over Texas A&M. So Bo Barrett, a rematch here 1 week later, and we had a great one a week ago, and this one should be a great one as well.
Yeah, I'm sure both of these teams, when they played last Saturday, had in the back of their minds they could very easily be playing each other today here at the high school. So I don't know whether either one held any punches back in that game or had a little strategy in mind, but I think both of these teams definitely planned on being here today for playing for the Super Bowl.
Number 1, Stephen Hiddle. Number 5, Ray Crawford.
For Georgia, undefeated, 10-0.
15, Hayden Bell. 20, Elijah
Head coach Johnny Reese, fifth-year coach.
25,
He's been to the Super Bowl the last 3 years in a row against the same team. His assistant coach is Darren Messer, Mark Nellens,
Wyatt Sutter.
and also Ray Crawford and Rob Spellman help him out as well.
Number 76, Gary Messer.
Coach Reese says about his Georgia team, he has 8 kids this year that have made it to the Pro Bowl. 3 of them are returning kids, and 5 are brand new to Pro Bowl. And offensively, Bo, this Georgia team, they put up a lot of points. They have scored 269 points this season and only have given up 80 points defensively. So, again, they've been very strong on both sides of the football.
They've got some good weapons. Gage Reese, 14, and Ray Crawford, number 5, both good runners for the Bulldogs. Reese runs hard. Crawford's a very quick kid. Hayden Pell will also carry the ball. They've just got a lot of weapons, and obviously their big guys up front have done a great job creating holes for those guys.
For Texas A&M, only 1 loss on the season, again, 25-19 loss last Saturday to this Georgia team. Coach Holt in his 12th year coaching in the Center Grove Bantam Football League. He's had the honor here, he says, to coach all 5 of his sons in Bantam. This was his 3rd Super Bowl appearance. He is 1-1 in the Super Bowl. He did win his first one last year. And Todd Pence, his assistant coach in his 12th year in the league. Nick Osborne, John Bain, and also Johnny House helping out with this Aggie team. And Coach Holt said with his Aggies, they've got quite a few players that are first-time players playing tackle football. So, again, he's got a few veterans, but also a lot of new ones out there. And we got the whistle, and we're ready to play this football game. And looks like on the kickoff, the ball went 1 yard. And I believe, let's say they'll spot it right there at the 41. And, again, some difficult conditions. It is very, very windy here at Ray-Skillman Stadium, and it's going to play havoc with the hands as far as trying to hold on to the football with the snaps and handoffs and things of that nature. And I would think primarily both of these teams will want to run the football, so I don't think it will impact the passing game too much.
No, you're probably right. Predominantly both of these teams are ground teams. They will be running the ball, but you're right, that ball will get cold, your hands will get cold, and wouldn't be surprised to see that ball end up on the turf a couple times here today.
So Georgia with the football in the red jerseys. First play from scrimmage, running play, maybe a yard, and that's about it. Great job by the Aggies with the defense.
Yeah, Gage Reese on the carry, number 14, right up the middle. He was hit immediately when he got through the line there. I believe number 89, Ian Ray, was first in on the scene.
Brendan Nellens, number 21, is the quarterback for Georgia. Want to mention the team mom this year for Georgia, Amanda Reese and Autumn Thomas. Those team moms do an awful lot in the Center Grove Bantam Football League. Another running play here to the near side. A few yards for the Bulldogs.
Number 5, Ray Crawford, off tackle right there, was able to pick up 3 or 4 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
And the team mom for Texas A&M, Amy Bright. And throughout the game, we'll be reading off some player profiles. And also we have some cheerleading profiles as well that were turned in to us. So again, as the game progresses, we'll read those profiles. Some comments from the players playing in today's minor Super Bowl game. So to bring up 3rd down. And 5 here for the Bulldogs. And
it's going to be close.
Real close to a 1st down.
Gage Reese with a nice push there even after he got hit. Looks like they're going to call it just short.
14, Gage Reese on the carry. Tackle on the play by number 76, Blake Brown. Brings up 3rd down.
Blake Brown, 76 for the Aggies. Gets credit for the tackle, so 4th and less than a yard here for the Georgia Bulldogs. In game number 1 today, the rookie division, the Texas A&M Aggies won that one 14-0. And here in game 2, we got another Texas A&M Aggie team going against the Bulldogs of Georgia. Quick snap count, the toss to the backfield. Reese trying to get a block to get that first down. He has the first down, some flags down. He wants more than a first down. He wants a touchdown. Let's see if it'll stand or not. Again, a couple of flags in the backfield, and we may have holding against the Bulldogs, which will negate the touchdown run by Reese.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to have is a hold there. Gage Reese did a great job getting around that edge on the outside, but was aided a little bit by a hold against the Bulldogs. So that one will come back, give the Aggies new life.
Our Super Bowl broadcast being presented by Aldi. Only Aldi has the great food and low prices to make the big game even better. Aldi, simply smarter shopping. The Aldi in the Center Grove community will be opening up on October the 10th. On State Road 135. Again, we really appreciate Aldi for stepping up again this year to be our sponsor for the Super Bowl webcast. So with the penalty, the ball now spotted at the 44-yard line. Still 4th down, 4th and long. They fake the pass, and Reese is going to run it. Good stiff arm.
Got a lot of room there, being chased by Eli Holt.
He's got the first down, and they're going to wrestle him to the turf at the 26-yard line. Well done by number 14, Gage Reese for Georgia.
Yeah, they did a great job dropping back as if he was going to pass and froze those Aggie defenders, gave him just enough time and space to get around that right corner. Eli Holt there to stop what would have been a touchdown.
One coach's son being tackled by the other coach's son on that play.
I'm guessing that's probably not the last time we'll see that today either, Kevin.
Georgia undefeated, trying to win today to run the table here. New set of downs for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 25-yard line. End around run. Another flag down. This is Hayden Pell with the carry. He's inside the 20. A couple of flags down, may be holding here on the edge.
Yeah, good run by Hayden Pell there. Just got tripped up at the end of that run, but I think we're going to have this one come back as well. See if we can see here. Can't really tell who the hold is on, but multiple flags tells me that it was an obvious call.
So a
Check
couple
that.
of
It was blocking the back is what was called there.
So a couple of big penalties here against the Georgia Bulldogs. And Bo, how about the officials for this minor Super Bowl game today?
The officials for today's game, Kevin, I've got them here for this minor game. Mike Williams, John Suttles, Rob Ryder, and Tom Sullivan.
These are very familiar faces.
All veteran officials, all do a great job. We're very fortunate to have the referee crew that we've got down at the Bantam facility. Great guys.
First quarter flying by. Handoff to Reese. He's inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. We're at the 2:45 mark and counting here in the opening quarter of the minor Super Bowl, and it has been Georgia with the ball so far. The Aggies still waiting for their opportunity on offense.
Bryce Turner and Zachary Boyer both in on the stop there.
Second down and 14 for the Bulldogs. Nellens, quarterback. Handoff off the right side this time. Almost back to the original line of scrimmage. A couple of yards for Georgia, some tough yards.
Gage Reese on the carry, brought down by several Aggies, but Ryan Railing looked to be on the bottom of that pile. I think he made the initial hit. 72 also, Nathaniel Harden in there on the stop.
First there for Texas A&M, number 5, Owen Wright.
So on 3rd and long, 3rd and 12, running play to the near side. Ray Crawford, his first run. Some good yards down the sideline, hit out of bounds at the 21-yard line, makes 4th down now very manageable here for Georgia.
Sure does. Crawford did a good job of getting to the edge there. Turned on the jets. being chased, picks up a nice block by Gage Reese, finally hit out of bounds by number 14, Eli Holt, at about the 21-yard line.
Bo, some modified rules for this age level as well. Again, these are mainly, third and fourth graders?
Third and fourth combined, yep.
Coaches on the field calling the plays in the huddle. Quarterback keeper, Reese, getting outside, but man, is he hit hard. A bone-crushing tackle made by Eli Holt. Well short of the first down, so a turnover on downs, and now we'll see the Aggies for the first time offensively.
Yeah, it looked like Reese was going to have some space out there, turn the corner, but Holt just comes up and makes a textbook stop there at the 20-yard line, 21-yard line, and the Aggies will take over from there.
For the Bulldogs, number 1 is Stephen Hiddle. He goes to North Grove. Mrs. Ferguson, his favorite teacher, loves tackling. His brother Tyler Amaro, who played last year for the Trojans, his favorite Center Grove player of all time. James Wilkerson, his favorite NFL player, who's a safety. And the first play from scrimmage for the Aggies. Wow. Eli Holt powers for 10 yards near a first down. Well done by Eli Holt, and they will move the chains. 10 yards for Holt. And to finish up with Stephen Hiddle. Says second time Stephen has been to the Super Bowl and wants to grow up and play for Center Grove High School and likes, let's see, I'm really a big fan of his big brother, Tyler Amaro. Tyler was a great linebacker for the Trojans for many years. Last 40 seconds of the first quarter. Ball at the Aggie 31.
Same play.
Some power running by Holt. He gets it across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
You'll notice 14, Eli Holt does just an outstanding job of keeping those feet driving after he gets hit. He gets hit there, then drags about 4 or 5 Bulldogs, picks up 2 more yards.
For the Aggies, number 1, Bryce Turner, goes to North Grove. His favorite teacher, Mr. Clark, loves tackling and blocking. His favorite Trojan is Jackson Holt, and his favorite NFL player is Troy Polamalu of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a big highlight for Bryce is winning the Super Bowl last year and being on the Pro Bowl last year and winning the Border Wars tournament. And he says he loves playing baseball and going camping with his family. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter in the minor Super Bowl, and it's no score between the Aggies and the Bulldogs. This is Center Grove Bantam Football League Super Bowl Saturday, proudly presented by Aldi.
There's no difference in the quality of food you buy at other stores and the food you buy at Aldi. Except when you shop at Aldi, you'll have a lot more bucks left over when you leave. At Aldi, you'll keep more bucks every time you shop, and that's the truth. Aldi, simply smarter shopping.
Very fast first quarter here at Ray Skillman Stadium in this minor Super Bowl game. No score. Aggies with the football and right to it. They get to the 40-yard line, about a yard short of the first down, so to bring up 3rd and 1. And, Bo, that was just a very quick opening quarter.
It was. I don't think the clock stopped except for that one first down that Georgia got. Other than that, these teams are keeping it on the ground, and that 8 minutes went by real quick.
Ray Crawford, number 5 for the Georgia Bulldogs, goes to Adams Elementary. Miss Orms, his favorite teacher. Favorite thing about football, scoring touchdowns. His favorite Trojan, Max Norris. Favorite NFL player of all time, Walter Payton, Sweetness. And then his big highlight for Ray is touchdown catch against Texas A&M, going undefeated and making it to the Super Bowl. And on the sweep play, getting outside for a first down is the Aggies' number 5, Owen Bright. He's hit out of bounds just across the 50 at the 47-yard line. Again, move the chains for the Aggies. And to finish up with Ray Crawford, he says here, I want to thank Coach Reese and all the other coaches on the team. I have learned so much this year. That's a great comment by number 5, Ray Crawford for Georgia.
Yeah, great run on that play by number 5, Owen Bright. the Aggies had run Holt off tackle 4 or 5 times in a row, and there they faked the handoff to Holt, and Bright did a great job of keeping that ball getting around the corner and picked up a bunch of yards.
Hand off. That looks like Holt to me. Yes, it is. Number 14 making some nifty moves. Looked a little bit like Jackson and Trevor, his two brothers that played for Coach Moore on Friday nights. 6 yards on the carry for Eli Holt. Let's look at it.
Yeah, great job by the Aggie line firing out there and creating a hole for Eli. Once he gets a couple yards and gets that steam going, he's tough to bring down.
Owen Bright, number 4, playing quarterback for the Aggies. Goes to Maple Grove. Mrs. Dunn, his favorite teacher.
I think he's number 5. You're
Number
right. He's
5.
got 4 on his sheet there, but he's number 5, the quarterback for the Aggies. Owen
number
Bright.
5. And sometimes they actually fill these out themselves, and Owen did fill this one out.
Yep.
His favorite teacher from Maple Grove is Mrs. Dunn, playing quarterback, the best part about football. And he says his favorite Trojan is Devin Hensley. Marshawn Lynch, his favorite pro player. And he said the best highlight for him was quarterback, the 121 boot, and playing in the Super Bowl. There you go for Owen Bright. He's number 5 today for the Aggies, and another first down for Texas A&M.
It's like the Aggies are content to just grind it off tackle with number 14, Eli Holt, picking up 3, 4, 5 yards to carry, and nothing fancy, just moving the ball forward. Georgia's going to have to do something to figure out how to keep that from happening.
Again, just last weekend, the Bulldogs beat this Aggie team 25-19 in a great one, and we're off to a great start here in the Super Bowl. Inside 6 minutes to play, second quarter, no score. Aggies on their first drive of the ball game, now with the ball just shy of the 35-yard line. On new set of downs here, and Bright might be a busted play.
I
Tries
believe
to get
you're
outside
right.
and
Yeah.
nothing there. I think he wanted to hand it off. Nobody was there, and
The scowl on Coach Holt's face right now tells me that was not what was supposed to happen in that play. Yeah, broken play. Owen was fortunate enough to just lose only 3 yards on that play. Could have been a lot worse.
Gage Reese, we've mentioned him quite a few times already for Georgia. He's number 14, goes to Maple Grove. Mr. Irwin, his favorite teacher. Best part about football is running kids over and scoring touchdowns. Titus McCoy, his favorite Trojan, also likes Ray Lewis. And they go right back to Eli Holt, looking for a block on the edge, and Eli turns it up, and he's very close to another first down for the Aggies. Great run by Eli Holt, and to finish up with Gage Reese, says here, big highlight, throwing a 30-yard touchdown to end the half against Texas A&M, and his 55-yard fake pass touchdown to start the second half against A&M. And he also says, football is my life. I have been dreaming of this game since last Super Bowl, and today he says they will prevail. So Gage Reese, number 14 for Georgia.
Optimistic. I like it.
And it's just about a yard short of the first down. Great run by Eli Holt. They'll go with the power
Big
run.
fella.
Tyler
Woo.
House gets the first down and more. He's inside the 20.
First time Tyler's run the ball today. Big, strong kid. Once he gets those legs going forward, he's a load. Great job by the Aggie line there. Just firing off and driving the defense back.
Eli Holt, number 14 for the Aggies. He goes to Sugar Grove. Mrs. Whitehead, his favorite teacher. Best part about football for Eli, scoring touchdowns, and they go right back to House again. He falls forward for a few. And for Eli, he says favorite Trojans, current, obviously. Got to go with his brothers, Jackson and Trevor. Both played really well last night against Pike. From the past, though, Jordan Llewellyn, the great quarterback for the Trojans, led the Trojans in that 2008 state championship game against Carmel. And the favorite NFL player for Eli is Marshawn Lynch. Big highlight for Eli, playing for my dad and Coach Pence. Interceptions, TDs, and playing in the championship games. This is my 4th straight Super Bowl that he's played in, and they go to the outside. Getting the corner is Eli Holt, looking
Nice
for the
cut.
end zone, and he's down to the 3-yard line. And he also says here, for Coach Sauter and Coach Coy and my dad twice, as far as playing in some championships, he's hoping to make it now 3 victories in the big game today. Eli with a great run.
Yeah.
14, Johnny Reese, or Gage Reese there on the trip there.
Aggies got great field position here at the 3-yard line with first down, 4 plays to punch it in.
Gage Reese with the touchdown saving tackle for the Bulldogs. First and goal at the 3 for the Aggies. They go right back to Eli Holt. He's in there. Touchdown. Touchdown Aggies. They strike first, 6-0.
Pretty methodical. March the ball down the field there. One chunk at a time, picking up 4 or 5 here and there. Great runs by both Owen Bright and Tyler House also on that drive. Put together a nice little drive for the Aggies. Looks like the Aggies have elected to go for a 1-point conversion from the 3-yard line here.
Number 15, Hayden Pell for the Bulldogs, goes to Sugar Grove. Mr. Rugenstein, his favorite teacher. Scoring touchdown, the best part for Hayden. Titus McCoy's favorite Trojan. Russell Wilson, his favorite NFL player. And did they make it? Nope. They're going to.
No, they got pushed back.
Yeah, going to stack him up at the 5. So 6-0. The Aggies lead the Bulldogs. And for Hayden Pell, big highlights, going to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row, and says he loves that his dad, Jeremy Pell, keeps everyone safe at the Bantam Fields. His dad is the fire chief here in White River Township.
I will echo those sentiments. We are very lucky to have Jeremy at our facility pretty much every night, and we've had several incidents where kids have gotten injured, and it is such a blessing to have Jeremy there on site. He's so good with the kids, and just very fortunate to have someone like him involved in our league.
Number 15, Zach Boyer. Let's see, Zach is with the Texas A&M squad. He goes to North Grove and says here, favorite part about football, putting people on their behindies. I'll clean it up a little bit. And says here, his favorite Trojan football player, number 7, I think that's Blake Moran.
Blake Moran.
That's the current number 7, so I do believe that's who he's going with. And
although this number 7 last year wasn't bad either, Luke Calvert.
that's what I was wondering, if it could have been maybe a Luke Calvert or Blake Moran. We'll give them both a little pub there. And the big highlight here for Zach Boyer is getting to run the ball, and also says loves to play defense as well. So we got a kickoff here by the Aggies, and the Bulldogs with a nice return going. They get it inside the 45 into Bulldog, should say Aggie territory. So good field position here for Georgia. They trail 6-0, 3:28 to play in the second quarter.
About where they started out their last drive. When the Aggies had a little mishap on the kickoff, they ended up with the ball on the 41. Now they've got it on the 43-yard line.
For Georgia, number 20, Eli Hitz, goes to Maple Grove. Mrs. Paxson, his favorite teacher. Loves blocking and practicing in the rain. Never had that one before. Said his favorite Trojan is his brother, Zach Hitz, and favorite pro player, Andrew Luck. And big highlight for Eli is making it to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. Eli Hitz, number 20 for the Bulldogs.
Fumbled snap there for the Bulldogs. Going to lose a couple yards, bring up 2nd and 12.
Matt Osborne, number 20 for the Aggies, goes to North Grove. Mrs. Ferguson, his favorite teacher, loves tackling. Peyton Manning, his favorite NFL player, said he made a touchdown saving tackle. That's a big highlight for Matt Osborne, number 20 for the Aggies. On second down, Reese inside the 40. Some good yards for Reese. Was able to do a little spin move at the end of that play to get some additional yards.
Yeah, right off tackle there. Georgia linemen do a nice job of making a hole, hit initially by number 5, Owen Bright, and then cleaned up by Eli Holt.
Brendan Nellens, number 21 for Georgia, goes to Center Grove Elementary. Mr. Blackburn, his favorite teacher, loves everything about football. Max Norris, his favorite Trojan. Big fan of Patrick Willis of the San Francisco 49ers. Right back to Reese, and he's tripped up just inside the 35, and he'll be about a couple of yards short of the first down. And says being the quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs, that's a big highlight for Brendan. And says here he's grateful that he was drafted by Coach Reese because he has made me a better player. Also, my dad going to Coach Moore's coaching clinics the past 3 years to understand the wing T and quarterback position has also been a big help to Brendan Nellens, number 21 for the Bulldogs. Good point to make. Coach Moore does have, during the offseason, quite a few coaching clinics where he invites coaches from the Bantam League to come over and learn about football, the wing T, and Coach Moore usually takes, Bo, an hour or two of his time on a weekly basis to have those coaching sessions.
Spends a great deal of time giving his knowledge of the game to the coaches at the Bantam League, which is a big reason why he's had as much success as he's had at the high school, because he invests so much time into this Bantam program. Very lucky.
I say it all starts right here in the feeder program, and this is one of the best in the state and Midwest.
There goes Gage Reese.
Reese in the open field being chased. They're not going to get him. He hits the home run. Touchdown for the Ohio, or I should say in this case the Georgia Bulldogs. Great run by Gage Reese.
Yeah, just a quarterback sweep here. A lot of space on that outside edge. Number 30, Hayden Lambert, gave chase but was not able to catch him.
Game tied at 6 apiece, and Bo, this is where games are won or lost right here on the extra point.
You're absolutely right. Those extra points can come back to bless you or haunt you.
1:10 to play in the first half. Again, this first half flying by. Game knotted at 6 apiece. Bulldogs have a chance here to take the lead. They'll go for one.
Same exact play there. Reese around the left end.
He got
picks up a great block.
Yeah, really good block. He's in there.
He was at 21.
Brendan
Nellens, the quarterback. On that play, Reese was the quarterback, but Nellens picked up a great block for him.
Bulldogs in front, 7-6. Great execution on the extra point by Georgia. For Texas A&M, Ryan Railing, number 21, goes to North Grove. Mr. Dooms, his favorite teacher. Best part about football is hitting. Max Norris, his favorite Trojan. His favorite pro player, J.J. Watt. Big highlight for Ryan, being able to play in the Super Bowl today. He says he doesn't really have a favorite food. He says, I just love them all.
Wow.
I like that. Ryan Railing, number 21 for the Aggies. Again, you just never know what these youngsters are going to put down on these profiles.
I like it.
Let's see. Minor Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Courtney, number 25, goes to Greenwood Christian Academy. Mr. I think it's Satry is his favorite teacher. He says he loves hitting other players and working with his teammates. Dan Root, number 45, defensive end. His favorite Trojan. Peyton Manning, his favorite football player. In the pro ranks, going undefeated in the regular season. A big highlight for Reese Courtney. And on the kickoff, the ball's going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. And Reese also says he's a member of the Center Grove Wrestling Club, 4-time state placer, and I think it's is that New Way National Wrestling All-American?
Looks like it.
New Way National Wrestling All-American. So Reese, not only a talented football player, but also a great wrestler. That's Reese Courtney, number 25 for the Bulldogs. Timeout on the field. The Aggies will have it at the 36 with 1:06 to play. They trail 7-6 here in the first half.
Sure, Coach Holt would like nothing more than to take this thing 64 yards in the next 1:06 and put another 6 up on the scoreboard to go into halftime with the lead.
Lincoln Dalton, number 25 for the Aggies. Attends Center Grove Elementary. Mrs. Casper, his favorite teacher. Best part about football, tackling anyone with the ball. His favorite Trojan, Zach Hart, number 25, scored a big touchdown last night for the Trojans. Peyton Manning, his favorite pro player, and big highlight for Lincoln is making it to the Super Bowl today. Number 25, Lincoln Dalton for Texas A&M. Good shot of the officials again. They do a great job at Center Grove Bantam Football League. I'm sure a lot of these guys also ref on Friday nights, high school football. Then they come right down to Bantam on Saturday mornings to ref again, and throughout the week as well. They put in a lot of hours. From the 36,
high
the toss,
pitch.
to Eli Holt. Great hands by Holt. taken down short of the 45. Nellens with the tackle. 50 seconds and counting to play here in the second quarter. Coach Holt in and out of the huddle quickly. His squad sprints to the line of scrimmage. 40 seconds to play. Quick snap, another toss. Eli Holt
breaks one,
breaks two. Trying to break a third one. He now is taken down just across the 50, picks up the first down. They'll stop the clock momentarily to move the chains. And Coach Holt has his Aggies running to the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they'll run a play or if they might just clock it. Clock will wind.
Matthew Yoder with a great tackle there to bring Holt down.
They hand it off to Holt. Trying to get around the outside. He does. A flag down. This could be holding. Holt continues to battle for some more yards. He gets close to a first down, but we may have a hold here back at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, looks like on the edge there. Got a hold. Going to bring that play back.
13 seconds to play. That one took quite a bit of time.
Yep.
Matthew Yoder, he's number 30 for Georgia. Goes to Maple Grove. Mrs. Dunn, his favorite teacher. He says he loves tackling. He's a big fan of number 30, Titus McCoy, because he's also number 30, and he's fast. So they share the same number. J.J. Watt, his favorite player, and playing in the rain and winning the 2013 Rookie Super Bowl. Big highlight for Matthew Yoder, and we're in the final 5 seconds of the first half. Eli Holt trying to break a big one, and he's going to be taken down at the 46-yard line, and that will be the final play of the first half. And one last comment here for Matthew Yoder. Says I have one brother, Nathan, and one sister, Hannah. I love playing all sports and being outside. Matthew Yoder, number 30 for the Georgia Bulldogs, and a good job by the Bulldogs to contain Eli Holt on that last play of the first half. And we've got a good one here in the Minor Super Bowl. It's 7-6. The Georgia Bulldogs by 1 over the Texas A&M Aggies. And do we have a penalty?
There must have been a penalty on that play. It looks like we're going to have one untimed down here, or check that. They said he was either out of bounds or they called a timeout. They're putting 1 second back on the clock, so the Aggies will get one more play here. If I was a betting man, I'm thinking 14 might get the ball on this play.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
You're going out on a limb there, Bo. 14, it's done really well here in the first half for the Aggies. Eli Holt. Coming up next after this final play, we will have the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. We'll have the presentation of the Mental Attitude Award winners and Coach of the Year award as well for the minor division. That's coming up in just a few seconds. But first, we'll play this final second of the first half. The Aggies are to the line of scrimmage. Eli Holt takes a big hit.
Matthew Yoder with the nice hit there.
And that will be our final play of the first half of the Minor Super Bowl. Bulldogs 7, Aggies 6. This is Center Grove Bantam Football League Super Bowl Saturday, proudly presented by Aldi.
Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flat bed, dump cab, crew cab, cinder cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock. For custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack it deep and sell them cheap. The Bulldogs of Georgia lead the Aggies of Texas A&M 7-6 here at intermission of the Center Grove Bantam Football League Minor Super Bowl. Let's now go down to the field for the presentation of the Sportsmanship Awards and the Coach of the Year Award for the minor division.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to direct your attention to the track on the 50-yard line on the home side. Each and every year, the Center Grove Bantam Football League bestows upon one young man on each team the Sportsmanship Award. This award is one of the greatest awards given out as it is represented by a young man that displays great sportsmanship throughout the year. This year, I will read off the following winners in the minor division. For Washington, Gage Chandler. For Notre Dame, Parker Doyle. For Florida, Ethan Matheson. For Georgia, Bryce Blessing. For Arkansas, Luke Strickland. For Vanderbilt, Zach Greller. Penn State, Brock Dwyer. For Indiana, Brendan Ely. North Carolina, Riker Etchison. For Marion, Charlie Gardner. And for Texas A&M, Zachary Boyer. Also at this time each year we announce the Todd Pence Sportsmanship Award for the coach in that league. This year's recipient is Aaron Holt.
This time, please recognize these young men one more time.
So here at halftime, the Bulldogs lead the Aggies 7-6 in the minor division Super Bowl. The Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show will continue after this timeout.
There's no difference in the quality of food you buy at other stores and the food you buy at Aldi. Except when you shop at Aldi, you'll have a lot more bucks left over when you leave. At Aldi, you'll keep more bucks every time you shop, and that's the truth. Aldi, simply smarter shopping.
Standing here today on a Saturday afternoon with Coach Eric Moore, right before we start the fantastic day of Center Grove Bantam football. Coach, it's the championships. It's going to be a fantastic afternoon.
Well, it always is when it involves Bantam football, but I would like to say a shout out to our varsity team who defeated Pike last night in the pouring down rain 42-6, and our JV team who's on the field right now has had 40-0 at halftime. So it sounds like it's going to be a great weekend for the Trojans. So what's a better follow-up than playing Bantam Super Bowls after a big Friday night of Trojan football? So it's exciting to see our young kids come out here today. We have Aldi out here sponsoring us all day. So bring the kids, bring the family, come down and watch all different grade levels of football. Lots of kids giving everything they got. Worked all season long for this day. I love the look on their faces when they come around and show their Trojan pride.
Well, the freshmen also, we just got a score. They're up at half, so we have an opportunity to get a sweep against Pike. That doesn't happen a whole lot when you're talking about the athletes that they have up there. This is an exciting day from the standpoint a lot of the varsity and JV players will stay after. Many of them played in these games, and it's neat to see Max Norris and those type of kids be excited for the little ones that are now getting their opportunity to play in such a great event.
Yeah, people say that this stuff really doesn't matter, but it does. Ask my guys. On Friday nights on the way back from the games and stuff, they talk about it. After the films on Saturday mornings, they're excited about going down and watching their old coach play, whatever team he coaches for, or their younger brothers or the team that they used to play for. And they all have their memories. Next couple weeks from this week is senior week, and they'll wear their Bantam jerseys to practice one day. That's always fun. So, yeah, if you don't think Bantam football is not important, you ask the number of people that come out here today and celebrate with us.
One of the neat things is you've always taken a very large interest into the Bantam complex. You've seen almost, I bet you, every team play at some point throughout the regular season. You do it every year. The influence that the varsity staff has in this program helps in the future of this program succeed, I would think.
Well, it's not as much of a chore as people think it is. After I finished the workup on Saturday, I try to come out Saturday afternoon and watch teams play. I saw every team play, and some of them multiple times. I didn't really get to watch any of the playoff games because they were during our practice sessions, but I am going to be able to see the Super Bowls today. But it's another exciting year. And, just in a conversation last night with Derek Moyers, the head coach of Pike, he said, the big thing that we have going for us that he can't get his community to understand is the fact that they run our offensive system in Bantam football. So these kids have been running our offense since they were in 3rd grade, and they're like machines, and that's what you want. And I respect the people in charge at Bantam for helping me take that and build that foundation of our wing T offense. So when they get to the high school, we can do so many other things with it because the basics are already there. So yes, this is a great day. It's a great day for our program every year. I just wish it was a little warmer.
Well, I'll tell you what, we appreciate everything you've done and continue to do. You're on a 3-game win streak. We got 2 more games the rest of the season. We wish you all the luck going into the playoffs. And again, thank you for your support here at the Bantam Championships.
Great to be here. Come out in 2 weeks and see us play Cathedral at home for the first time in the 15 years I've been here. But senior night in 2 weeks versus Cathedral. By then we'll know when the playoffs are. We'll know what team we'll be playing, where we'll be playing. So a lot of good information on Trojan football. And good luck to all the Bantam kids and all the fans come out today. Have a great day, and go Trojans.
Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flat bed, dump cab, crew cab, cinder cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in the stock. For custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
Welcome back to Ray Skillman Stadium on the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Kevin Conrad, Bo Barrett with you today from a very windy and chilly Ray Skillman Stadium. And here at halftime, 7-6, Georgia leads Texas A&M by 1 in the Miners Super Bowl. We've got a good one going here. They played a week ago. It was 25-19. Georgia winning that one. This one, much lower scoring so far. A lot of defense, but still got 2 more quarters to play in this one before it's all said and done. Some more profiles for Georgia, the Bulldogs. Bo, again, you might have to help me with this name. I know that his nickname is A-Bomb, number 41. Anthony
Arambula.
Arambula. There we go. But again, he's AKA, also known as A-Bomb. He's
much easier to say that.
Yeah. Number 41 for the Bulldogs. He goes to Pleasant Grove, loves running the football. His favorite Trojan, number 30, Titus McCoy. Favorite pro player, Andrew Luck. And says here, a big highlight, running the ball on a kickoff return. So that's A-Bomb, number 41 for the Bulldogs. For the Aggies, number 30 today is Hayden Lambert. He goes to North Grove. His favorite teacher, Mrs. Ferguson. He says he loves to tackle. Another fan of Titus McCoy. We're getting a lot of Titus McCoy fans. And Titus, a great young man, sophomore, having a splendid season for the Trojans. Reggie Wayne, number 87, his favorite pro player of the Colts. And Hayden says here, when I hit a wide receiver so hard, he drops the ball. That's a big highlight for him. He must have done that here recently, and he says he just likes to hit hard. That's Hayden Lambert, number 30 for the Aggies. For Georgia, Wyatt Sutter, number 51, goes to Sugar Grove. Mrs. Gomez, his favorite teacher. Says he loves to make tackles, and Andrew Luck, his favorite pro player, and he says a big highlight, he was able to get a sack and also just loves to get a lot of tackles. That's Wyatt Sutter, number 51 for Georgia. For the Aggies, Carson Bain, number 41, goes to Sugar Grove Elementary School. Mr. Russell, his favorite teacher, says he loves hitting players without getting in trouble. Another Titus McCoy fan, Richard Sherman, his favorite pro player of the Seahawks. And the big highlight for Carson, he says, when we were playing Marion, and I got a big hit. Carson Bain, number 41 for the Aggies. Dylan Rosenbaum, number 72 for the Bulldogs, goes to Maple Grove. Mr. Gunnar Irwin, his favorite teacher. Says he loves tackling as hard as he can. His favorite Trojan, Adam Lutgreen, linebacker for the Trojans, leads Center Grove this year in tackles. Peyton Manning, his favorite pro player, and big highlight for Dylan, tackling a certain star player. We won't mention the name. So, again, that's Dylan Rosenbaum of Georgia. I wonder if that could have been a tackle on Eli Holt, possibly. What do you think? We're not going to mention any names.
Very
though.
polite of them. Very polite of them.
Let's see. Let's grab one for Texas A&M. Tyler House. Saw him run it a few times here in the first half. He's number 51. He goes to Pleasant Grove. Mrs. Hyde, his favorite teacher. He says he loves making big hits. Max Norris, his favorite Trojan. A.J. Green, his favorite pro player. He says here beating Pike, I believe he says here. Beating Pike first year in the championship and the Pro Bowl. Okay, in the Pro Bowl. And he says my favorite NFL team is the Bengals. And they are off to a 3-0 start. He knows that they're undefeated.
He's on it.
Tyler House, number 51 for the Aggies. Garrett Messer, number 76 for Georgia. Mrs. Shaw, his favorite teacher. He goes to Pleasant Grove Elementary. He says he loves to play defense. Drew Ponder, his favorite all-time Trojan. Aaron Rodgers and Eddie Lacy, his favorite pro players. Big highlight, making it through the playoffs and into the Super Bowl, making the Pro Bowl 3 years in a row for the red team. Also, he says he's never won a playoff game in rec football, so big win that he's playing in the Super Bowl today, and he says he loves playing baseball and basketball. Garrett Messer, number 76 for Georgia. We're ready for the second half, so that concludes our Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Aggies set to receive. They trail 7-6, but they will get the ball first to begin the third quarter. Kickoff by Reese. It's a good one. All the way to the 35-yard line. Pretty
Got
good.
some room there. Bryce Turner with the nice return. He's got more room. Ooh.
Wow. Takes a stick at the 50, but what a return. About 15-some yards on the return. Bryce Turner, well done.
41. A-bomb on the tackle. I don't think Turner saw him coming.
I can see why they call him A-bomb now. That was a stick. But again, Turner hangs on, gets the great return, sets up his team really well here at the 50. Colt Holt trying to win a second Super Bowl. He's 1-1 in Super Bowls.
Yeah,
Didn't quite get set on the right side. The Aggies didn't quite get set. Penalty against the Aggies. Nathaniel Harden, number 72 for the Aggies. Goes to North Grove. Mrs. Ferguson, favorite teacher. Says he loves hitting. And Titus McCoy, his favorite Trojan. Andrew Luck, his favorite pro player. Big highlight, first time going to the Super Bowl. And he said he's had the best coaches this year. Nathaniel Harden, number 72 of the Aggies. Hand off. Tripped up just short of the 50. Eli Holt gets 4 yards.
Yoder in on the tackle once again.
Bo, today a big thank you to Aldi, supplying not only some snacky type foods, but also how about the cowbells? We hear them ringing below us in the stands.
The noisemakers, always a good time.
Love the cowbell. They go right back to the run game with, I do believe it was that Eli Holt once again. He is tripped up. He falls at the 50, so to bring up third and 10.
Long.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 for the Aggies. Bryce Blessing, number 78 for Georgia, goes to Rosa Parks Elementary. I think it's Mrs. Dager, his favorite teacher, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Loves making tackles in the backfield. Big fan of Brian Urlacher. Of course, just retired recently. Likes the Martellus Bennett. Some hard running by the Aggies off right guard. That's Eli Holt, just short of the 45-yard line.
Yeah, this Bulldog team is just doing an outstanding job of gang tackling Eli Holt. you'll see every time he gets tackled, there's 3, 4, 5 guys in on each stop, and that's what's helped Georgia keep him in check this game.
To finish up with Bryce Blessing of Georgia, mentions here, Bo, you'll like this big highlight, getting the Mental Attitude Sportsmanship Award in second grade football, and his nicknames Pretty Boy and Batman.
Pretty Boy and Batman.
Bryce Blessing, 78 for the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs with a big tackle on the Aggies in the backfield, a turnover on downs. What a stand by the Bulldogs to begin the second half.
Looked like they were running some sort of misdirection there. They had Holt coming to the right, faked it to him, and gave it to House, and I can't see who that was. The defensive end for Georgia, number 1 was in on the tackle too, Stephen Hiddle, but the right defensive end for the Bulldogs is who really made that play. Didn't get his number on that play, but great stop there by the Bulldog defense.
For the Aggies, number 76 is Blake Brown. He goes to Center Grove Elementary. Mrs. Whitehead, his favorite teacher, loves to hit. Luke Calvert, his favorite Trojan of all time. Big fan of Sean Alexander, now retired. And a bobbled snap, and the QB does pick it up. That's Nellens, and great job by the Aggies to get in after him. But he still actually turns what should have been a negative play into at least a couple of yards. He gets it to the 50-yard line. And Blake says here, going to the Super Bowl, the big highlight for him, and says he also loves the Lord. That's Blake Brown, number 76 for Texas A&M. So second down, and call it 9 here for the Bulldogs. Again, they're in front, 7-6. 4.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Holt scored first for the Aggies back in the first half.
Reese is hit immediately.
Yeah, they take down Reese. Number 5 in there.
Owen Bright.
Also might have been Carson Bain in there as well, number 41.
Great defensive play there.
So Holt with a touchdown in the second quarter, and then Reese followed up with a touchdown for the Bulldogs, and he was able to convert the PAT to make it 7-6. That's your score, and the difference is that PAT. 3rd and 10 for the Georgia Bulldogs. Coach Pence, defensive coordinator, has his Aggies ready to go.
Crawford on the carry, looking to get outside, hit in the backfield by number 1, Bryce Turner. Huge defensive play there by the cornerback, Bryce Turner.
That's textbook tackling right there.
Boy, you teach your corners to string these sweeps out, and typically what you want that corner to do is just make that runner turn it back in, but that time Turner just said to heck with it, I'm just going to take him down.
Let's see if they go for it. They elect to punt. Is this a situation where you actually punt it, or do you actually
they
move
would
it down
punt the
field?
ball, but I'm again, if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I know it's illegal. I'm guessing Johnny Reese is going to go for it here on 4th down. He's not the punting type. He'd be going into the wind, but even if he had the wind at his back, I'm pretty confident he's gonna run a QB sweep here with Gage at quarterback to the right.
Yes, you are correct. Reese taking off.
Holt wraps him up and stops him short.
Turnover on down, so some great defense by both teams to begin the second half, and we're at that 2:45 mark, and 7-6. The Bulldogs clinging to a 1-point lead over the Aggies. Let's see what Coach Holt and the Texas A&M offense has in store for the Bulldogs. A lot of defense here in the second half. For the Aggies, Christian Clark, number 78, goes to Sugar Grove. Mr. Shaddy, his favorite teacher, says he loves to hit and play defense. Actually, I'm sorry, plays offense. He likes to play offense. Said his favorite Trojan, his bigger brother, Ricky Clark, class of 2013. His favorite professional player is Colin Kaepernick, and going to the Super Bowl, the big highlight for Christian Clark for the Aggies, number 78. And was that the big fella, House?
It was. 51, Tyler House on the carry there. Pushed the pile forward for about 4 yards.
Sutter with the tackle. 2nd and 7 here for the Aggies. Number 89 for the Bulldogs, William Spellman, goes to North Grove. Mrs. DeGroot, if I'm saying that correctly, favorite teacher, loves knocking down players. Trying to get outside. Holt turns it up down the sideline, out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A first down run for Eli Holt.
Bulldog coach is wanting to hold there on number 1, Bryce Turner, but I thought he did a great job of keeping his hands inside. You can see him right there. He latched on, driving his feet. You know, he's engaged with him. That was just a great block.
Trying to think. William Spellman says he likes number 90 for the Trojans.
Number 90.
I know that. Not for
this
sure.
year, that's big John Richardson. Just caught a pass last night against Pike.
And then his favorite pro player, Jim Falco. And then it says a big highlight, beating Texas A&M, which was last Saturday. And on first down, Eli Holtz ripping through some arm tackles and still on his feet and finally out of bounds at the 20. 20 yards for Holt. And he's got his team in the red zone. Opportunity to score again. Let's watch it.
Great job by Ryan Railing pulling down the line there. Shed 1 tackle, shed 2. There's 3, 4, 5, 6 guys it takes to bring Eli Holt down there. But again, Georgia definitely bringing lots of guys to the pile.
A minute 44 to play. Third quarter, 7-6. Aggies down, but threatening with the ball at the Bulldog 20.
Bright with the keeper.
Yeah, quarterback.
Ball's on the ground.
Fumble picked up.
Reese
by
has got
Reese.
it. He might go the distance.
Holt's going to chase him. Let's see. Holt catching him.
He's going to get him.
And he grabs onto the jersey, needs some help,
Brings
and
him
he
down.
finally wrestles him down inside the 30 at the 28. The ball came out. Here we go.
Yep. Ball popped out. Gage Reese, Johnny on the spot, picks it up, goes the other way. Eli does a great job not giving up on the play, getting his hands on him, bringing him down, saving a sure touchdown. Number 20 maybe it looked like for Georgia. Couldn't tell on there who forced the fumble. There's 30, Matthew Yoder.
Yoder forces the fumble, and Reese with a great return, and what appeared to be a threatening situation for the Aggies turns into a huge play for the Georgia Bulldogs. A minute 16 to go, third quarter. Bulldogs with the football inside the Aggie 30, end around to the 25. Driven down at the 25-yard line.
Hayden Pell on the carry there for the Bulldogs.
Number 15, Hayden Pell on the carry.
Blake Brown with a nice tackle for the Aggies.
76 it looks like. Blake Brown, yeah, nice tackle there.
For the Aggies, Ian Ray, number 89, goes to Maple Grove. Mrs. Williamson, his favorite teacher, loves tackling people. Bailey Bennett, his favorite Trojan, that's his cousin. Andrew Luck, favorite pro player, being selected to the Pro Bowl. Big highlight for Ian Ray, and he said this is his third Super Bowl in a row. Ian Ray, number 89 for the Aggies.
QB keeper there for the Bulldogs pushes the pile forward for about 3 or 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Bulldogs undefeated, only loss of the year for the Aggies, coming to Georgia last Saturday, and we knew this would be a good one, and it has been. That's your final play of the third quarter. It is 7-6. The Georgia Bulldogs by 1 over the Texas A&M Aggies with 1 quarter to play here. Bantam Football League Super Bowl Saturday, proudly presented by Aldi.
There's no difference in the quality of food you buy at other stores and the food you buy at Aldi. Except when you shop at Aldi, you'll have a lot more bucks left over when you leave. At Aldi, you'll keep more bucks every time you shop, and that's the truth. Aldi, simply smarter shopping.
Back to Center Grove High School inside Ray Skillman Stadium, and we've got a great one here in the minor Super Bowl between the Aggies and the Bulldogs. 7-6. Georgia leads Texas A&M by 1 to begin the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs have the football at the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd and a long yard to go, but they just trying to capitalize off a turnover by the Aggies. Bo, this has been a great game. We knew it would be, and just didn't know about the scoring situation. Both teams score a lot of points during the season, but today it's been a lot of defense.
Yeah, both teams are playing great defense. They're both moving the ball, just haven't been able to punch it in very much, but that's because these defenses are gang tackling and playing real tough deep. Woo!
Got enough for the first down. Reese gets the first down for the Bulldogs.
QB sneak right up the middle, but Hayden Lambert with a big hit there. Nice tackle by number 30 for the Aggies.
Coach Pence has done a great job coaching these young men how to tackle the right way.
Reese drops back.
Wow, he's looking for the
deep.
end zone. Knockdown. Wow. If it doesn't knock it down, that might be a touchdown. Knockdown. Was that number 5? Owen Bright.
Looked like it.
Knocked it down, and Reese with the pass.
See here. Yep, Owen Bright able to break it up there.
And I believe that was Ray Crawford, the intended receiver in the end zone. Reese
Drops back again, going to run.
fakes the pass, running inside the 10, and taken down at the 5. It'll be first and goal for the Bulldogs.
Blake Brown and Bryce Turner both in on the tackle there, but not before Reese brings it down to the 5-yard line.
Good block by Brendan Nellens on the corner.
Yep.
Was able to spring that one all the way to the 5 for Gage Reese.
Nice play call by Coach Reese there. They'd just gone for the pass, and surely that Aggie secondary had pass in mind, and Reese drops back and created a lot of space for him to run over there to the right side.
New set of downs at the 5. Reese, the
QB
quarterback,
sweep.
trying to angle. Holt with a great angle tackle on him. Takes him down at the 5. Eli Holt had a great angle and a lot of speed coming at him.
That'd be huge for the Aggies if they could keep the Bulldogs out of the end zone here. You can see Reese trying to get to the corner, and Holt just had a great angle there.
6:45 to play in the ball game. Aggies down 1, trying to keep the Bulldogs out of the end zone. I love the way the Bulldogs run out of that huddle to the line of scrimmage, trying to push the pile to the end zone.
Yep.
Just short. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Reese placed at the 1-yard line. House gets credit for the tackle. A lot of Aggies in on the play.
Six minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Third and goal at the 1. Long signal count.
Got a flag.
The toss.
Gage Reese gets in the end zone.
Touchdown from 1 yard out. Flag, though, down here on the near side.
Looks like it's going to be against the Bulldogs before the snap. False start. That'll negate the touchdown.
Always frustrating for a coach when you take points off the board. So back 5 yards to the 6. It'll be third and goal at the 6 here for Georgia. .542 to play in this one. All the scoring coming in the second quarter. Bulldogs are ready to go.
Pitch right.
Reverses his direction. Wanted to go right. Comes back to the
Hit
left.
hard.
Taken down at the, looks like 2 yard line. Gage Reese taken down.
I don't know if that play was meant to go back. It looked like it was definitely going right, but as soon as Reese caught that ball, he cut back the other way and hit hard by House.
He'll put it.
Ball's going to be on the 3.
3. Yeah, at the 3. Fourth and goal.
Big play
at
here.
the 3.
big play for this Aggie defense.
The toss once again. Reese going
Reese
left.
hitting the backfield.
Right, nowhere to go. Hit by Eli Holt in the backfield, and the Aggies hold. Turnover on downs. A big stand by the Aggie defense.
Great stop there. Now the Bulldogs have to put that behind them and figure out a way to keep this Aggie offense from moving the ball 94 yards here in the next 5 minutes.
Not only do we have some player profiles that were given to us, but some cheerleading profiles. This is from the Texas A&M cheerleaders. Haley Watson, she goes to Maple Grove. Miss R, her favorite teacher. Best part about football is cheering for the team, the Aggies. And Aggies get the ball to the 10-yard line. Was that Eli Holt?
Tyler House, I believe, on the
Tyler
carry.
House with the carry. And Haley says here that her favorite Center Grove football player is Tyler Watson, a freshman. I'm wondering if that could be her brother.
It is.
And Andrew Luck, her favorite football player in the pro ranks. And big highlight for her is doing a dance at halftime. Haley Watson, cheerleader for the Aggies. Second down. Called it about 6 yards to go. Holt sprints to the outside, puts on the brakes, misses one tackler and gets the first down. Stood up at the 20 and out of bounds. Stops the clock with 3:54 to play in the ball game. Great run by Holt. I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of 14 here on this drive.
Yep, 4 minutes to go. Plenty of time. Got several timeouts, so my guess is we're going to see a healthy dose of Holt sprinkled in with maybe Tyler House here and there.
Another cheerleader for Texas A&M is Chelsea Keish. Goes to Maple Grove. Mrs. Serpico, her favorite teacher. Cheering for the team, the best part about football. And
there goes House.
House has done a great job. Really mixing it up well with House and Holt. He's taken down just a couple of yards short of the first down. And Chelsea says here, Tyler Watson, her favorite Center Grove football player. Andrew Luck, her favorite pro player. And making it to the Super Bowl, the big highlight for Chelsea Keish, cheerleader for Texas A&M. 3:10 and counting here in the fourth. Back to
up the
Eli
middle.
Holt,
Ooh.
first down. They drag him down across the 35 to the 36. Eli is only one play away, one tackle away from breaking the big one. And Coach Holt telling his Aggies to the line of scrimmage, call the next play and let's go. They're going to hand it off. Is that House again? Yes.
Not much.
Powers for a couple of yards. Also for Texas A&M, Mayla Pinnell, cheerleader, goes to Maple Grove. Mrs. Dilly, her favorite teacher. She loves to cheer for the Aggies. Sean Brooks, her favorite Trojan of all time. Andrew Luck, she likes at the pro ranks. And handoff, Eli Holt, running right.
Not a whole lot there.
But he's going to make it
He
into
turns the
something.
corner.
He gets the first down and finally wrestled to the turf at the 50. They'll stop the clock momentarily to move the chains. And Coach Holt says, get to the line of scrimmage. Get to the line of scrimmage and let's call the next play and go. Let's snap it and go. We're at the 2:33 mark in the fourth. His squad down 1-7-6. And the quarterback's going to keep it and
hit hard.
Gets a yard, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not much there for Ray Crawford. I'm not for sure if that was a busted play, but he could not get the ball extended quite enough to get it to Eli Holt, who was running behind him. To finish up with Mayla Pinnell on her profile, says here she's loved performing their dance during halftime, and says here Mayla loves tigers, but her favorite animal is her dog Paxton. And we got one left, and we'll be finished up with our profiles. But first, back to action on 2nd and 10. Back to Holt off the right tackle.
Hit immediately there by, I believe it was 76, Garrett Messer.
And he just drags him all the way to the 44-yard line. 3rd and 4, and Jolie Pinnell, another cheerleader for the Aggies, goes to Maple Grove. Mrs. Paxson, her favorite teacher, loves cheering for the Aggies. Sean Brooks, her favorite Trojan. Andrew Luck, her favorite pro player. Jolie loves to run through the Aggies banner at the beginning of every game. Jolie's favorite food are dilly bars, and her favorite animal is her guinea pig named Twixalina.
Twixalina.
There you go. Well done, ladies. And they will break huddle with 1:20 and counting. 3rd and 4. Aggies need the first down. And
ball's on the ground.
A touchdown, and they get back on it. Eli Holt had difficulty with the pitch. 4th and 9. Coach Holt utilizes a timeout, stops the clock with 1:07 to play here in the minor Super Bowl.
Could have been disastrous for the Aggies there. Just pitch didn't quite get back to Holt. He did a good job of covering it up. Play of the game here.
The cheer coach for Texas A&M, Tracy Watson, and then we've got to mention for Georgia, the cheer coach is Carrie Hitz, and the cheerleaders for Georgia today, Kendall Everett, Isabella Fry, Caitlin Hitz, and Bethany Kleiber. I do hope I pronounced everyone's name correctly. Here we go.
Fans are getting loud here.
This could be it. 4th and 9. The Aggies need a first down to keep the drive alive. If they can't get the first down, they'll turn it over on downs, and that should be the game. And Eli trying to get outside. He gets around 2 tacklers. He's
could
got
go.
the edge, and he may go the distance.
Look at Aaron Holt at midfield. Hands in the air. He's in.
He hits the home run. Touchdown, Eli Holt. 4th and 9. He goes all the way for the score. 49-yard touchdown run, and the Aggies are in front with 54 seconds to play.
Woo, what a run. Credit Gage Reese for not giving up on the play. Almost able to trip Holt up at the 5-yard line. Great effort by both players.
You need to be removed from the sidelines, please.
$12-7 the score. Aggies in front with 54 seconds to play, and Coach Holt says, let's go for 2. We do have a timeout on the field. Eli Holt not running for a first down, but for a touchdown.
Question this call here. You're up 5. If you go for 2 and don't get it, a touchdown ends the game. If you go for 1 and get it, you at least tie the game with a touchdown and force the other team to score that extra point. But Coach Holt knows what he's doing. Maybe. So they'll try and punch it in here from 5 yards. Maybe that's why they called the timeout, is to think it over and decide what they're going to do here.
In the closing seconds of this game, Bo, again, great season this year. A lot of
Well, it looks like Coach Holt may have thought better of it, and they're going to go for 1 here.
May have been Coach Pence over there.
I don't know about that.
Coming up with that idea.
I think you're giving him way too much credit.
But no, it's been a great season, Bo. Again, I know it takes a lot from the board members to the coaches to the parents, a lot of volunteers. It's been a great season.
Absolutely. We've had awesome weather all season long until today. This is the coldest day, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Board of directors, coaches, everybody puts in a ton of time. Looks like they run a little reverse. Tyler House not going to develop.
Yeah, they just couldn't quite get it executed, but credit the Bulldogs. They really got in the backfield and disrupted that play from the get-go. And so the score remains 12-7. The Aggies are in front, trying to hand the Bulldogs their first loss of the season. Again, the Aggies only 1 loss coming to Georgia last Saturday, but still time. I mean, you got Gage Reese as one of your main threats. He's like Eli Holt, always 1 play away from breaking the big one.
Could go the distance on any play. Should be interesting here.
Only Aldi has the great food and low prices to make the big game even better. Aldi, simply smarter shopping. The new Aldi here in the Greenwood Center Grove area going to open up on State Road 135 on October the 10th. So a big thank you to Aldi. They're here today sponsoring our broadcast, and also with a nice tent to our right, handing out a lot of snacks and goodies to all the fans and attendants. So again, Aldi, big thank you to you, and we look forward to their new store opening up soon. And the Aggies will try an onside kick. They go with the extreme angle, and it only goes 4 yards, but maybe that's the safe play. You just do not want the Bulldogs to scoop it up and return one for a touchdown. We've seen that before.
44 yards.
No time off the clock on that kickoff.
I believe Georgia has 3 timeouts remaining, so this should be interesting. Gage Reese under center.
Yeah, Georgia fans right in front of us. He wants to pass. Rolling, throwing, and it is incomplete.
Nearly intercepted.
Eli Holt had it in his hands but could not corral it as he fell to the turf. That would have been the ball game. I thought Reese maybe would give up on the pass play
tuck
and may
it and
run.
Yeah, good coverage back there. Holt and it's like maybe number 25, Lincoln Dalton, both back there near the ball.
Georgia fans in front of us trying to make some noise here. 47 seconds to play. Trailing 12-7. Georgia needs a score.
15.
Hand off to that far
Hayden
side.
Pell.
Hayden Pell.
Gets out of bounds.
First down, out of bounds, picks up 11 yards. He did his job, picks up the first down and stops the clock with 39 seconds to play.
Executed perfectly there by the Bulldogs. Lots of blockers out in front. Gets to the sideline. First down, out of bounds, clock stopped.
Quarterback
Gage Reese
keeper.
Looking for a block.
Good stiff arm being pursued by number 1
Brought
from behind.
down, Bryce Turner.
Did not give up on the play. He took a stiff arm, but then chases him down from behind. Bryce Turner stayed with it and made a big play.
30 seconds remain here. Turner just did a great job of not only bouncing it out, but then also staying into the play. And Eli Holt also there in on the tackle, but credit Turner.
Coach Johnny Reese calls a timeout, stops the clock with 30 seconds to play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Football at the 33-yard line. They need 33 yards to take the lead.
Well, we were expecting a close one. That's exactly what we've gotten here. 33 yards and 30 seconds to go.
Georgia getting lined up, ready to go. Here we go. 30 seconds to play. The man in motion takes the handoff.
Reverse.
Double
15.
handoff.
Hayden Pell.
Angling.
Being chased by Eli Holt. Brought down inbounds.
Got him. Inbounds. Clock rolling. Now stops with 20 seconds to play. Not sure why it stopped. Did they call a timeout?
They did. Johnny called a timeout as soon as he went down.
So a timeout called by Coach Reese.
Timeout, Georgia.
Don't think Coach Holt knew that they had called a timeout there. He almost threw his shoulder out.
Because I think he was thinking they got him out of bounds, and he did not get out of bounds. He was tackled inbounds. But again, Coach
Johnny
Reese
called the timeout very quickly. And I think he's got one left. So at least 2 more plays for the Bulldogs here to get in the end zone from 26 yards out.
3rd and 3. Coach Reese taking some time here in the huddle. Mapping out this next play. As I say, maybe drawing it up in the dirt. Field turf now.
Yep.
Here we go. 3rd and 3. Football at the 26-yard line. 20 seconds to go. Reese. Quarterback, keeper.
Cuts it up.
Gets some blockers in front of him. He has a little bit of a wall. He's got the first down on his feet to the
Reese calls his last
15-yard
timeout.
line, and a timeout called. Last one taken. 11 seconds to play, and one would think one more play.
Yeah, you could. First down here, you could maybe try and throw a pass, but you run the risk of, running more than 11 seconds off the clock there. So, be interesting to see what Coach Reese draws up here. 15 yards out, 11 seconds to go.
Coach Pence and Coach Holt making some adjustments here on defense. Eli Holt back deep at the safety position.
This is what it's all about right here.
Coach Pence giving some final instructions to his defensive players, and now we're ready to go. 11 seconds to play.
The other
Reese
thing you
under
could do
center.
is go right here and get a couple more yards and get out of bounds. Looks like they're going left, though.
Reese runs
Cuts it
the
upfield.
football,
Makes
cuts
another
it back
cut. He's not going to get there.
to the 10-yard line. Clock cannot be stopped. They stop it at 2 seconds. Now it rolls.
And that's your
the
ball game.
Aggies win it 12-7 over the Georgia Bulldogs. What a ball game. First loss of the season for Georgia. Congratulations to Coach Holt, Coach Pence, and the Aggies
Heck of a game.
12-7 final score. Your 2014 minor division Super Bowl champs going to the Texas A&M Aggies. What a ball game, Bo. Not for just the Aggies, but also the Bulldogs. Great effort by both teams here today all season long.
It's a shame either one of these teams had to lose here today, Kevin. Just outstanding effort by both teams. Can't credit the coaches enough for the work they've put in with these kids, and just an outstanding game here today. This is what it's all about. These kids made some great memories here today, and it's just a shame only one team gets to go away with the championship.
Once again, parents, please remember, return your equipment to door number 1.
The Texas A&M Aggies win the 2014 Cinegrove Bantam Football League Minor League Super Bowl over the Georgia Bulldogs. Again, the final, 12-7. We'll take a break and be back with some final thoughts. This is the Cinegrove Bantam Football League Super Bowl Saturday, proudly presented by Aldi.
The milk from other supermarkets is fresh, wholesome, and expensive. The milk from Aldi is also fresh and wholesome, but it costs a lot less. And when you consider that our milk comes from the same place as theirs does, paying more for it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Not even to her. At Aldi, the same is always better when it costs less. And that's the truth.
Welcome back to the 2014 Cinegrove Bantam Football League Super Bowl. We just witnessed a great game here for the minor division. Texas A&M Aggies, Georgia Bulldogs. Great job, all of you guys. It's not very often that we have probably the two best teams in the division face each other 2 weeks in a row, and both games were great. So great effort on both teams again. Congratulations on your season, both teams. I know it's tough. Somebody's got to lose, but out through the whole year, you guys both have played great, and congratulations to all you guys. So we're going to start off first with the Georgia Bulldogs, and we'll hand their trophies out first. Coach Reese. Oh, cheerleaders first, sorry.
I just want to say that I'm really ridiculously proud of these girls. I have two girls that are pretty much veterans here, and I've got two girls that this was their first year, and I could not be more proud of them. I've got Kendall Everett, Bethany Kleiber, my daughter Caitlin Hitz, and Isabel Frey. Thank you for all your hard work this season, girls.
Bring them over here.
Great job, A&M. You guys played great today. First up, number 5, Ray Crawford.
Okay.
It's not working.
No, it's going to him. It's not.
Next up, number 76, Garrett Messer. Next up, number 30, Matthew Yoder. Good job, baby.
He hits like a ton of bricks.
He does. Next up, number 51, Wyatt Sutter. Next up, number 41, Anthony Ambrula. Next up, number 20, Elijah Hitz. Good job, buddy. Next up, number 21, Brendan Nellens. Next up, number 89, William Spellman. Next up, number 15, Hayden Pell. Next up, number 72, Rosenbaum. Next up, number 14, Gage Reese.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Next up, number 25, Reese Courtney. Good job, baby. Next up, number 78, Bryce Blessings. Next up, number 1, Hiddle, Stephen Hiddle.
Congratulations, Georgia Bulldogs. Great job today. Now we're going to hand out the trophies for the champion, Texas A&M Aggies. We're going to start with the cheerleaders.
Okay. First of all, big thanks to our cheerleaders who worked so hard this year. Let me come on this side. All right. Worked so hard this year. These girls just got better and better every week. They were running the show by the time we got to this point. So, all right, first up we have Chelsea Kaish. Oh, hey, Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea, hold on. Chelsea, come back. Thank you. Welcome. Haley Watson. Good job, Willie. Mayla Pinnell. Good job, Jolie Pinnell. Good job, Jolie. And Mallory Williams. Great job, girls. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Hey, real quick before I introduce my players, can we give another round of applause for Georgia? Number 72, Nathaniel Harden. Hey, love you. Number 1, Bryce Turner. Hey, love you. Number 30, Hayden Lambert. Hey, great game. I love you. Okay. Number 78, Christian Clark. Love you. Hey, and hold on. He's the only one that I know can give Johnny a race for his hair and how he cuts it. Right here. Number 89, Ian Ray. Hey, love you, okay? Great job. 41, he unfortunately got injured in pregame, Carson Bang. Hey, love you, okay? Number 51, Tyler House. Hey, come here, love you, okay? Great game. Number 15, Zachary Boyer. Hey, love you. Good job. Number 14, Eli Holt. Hey, come here. Love you. Great job. Number 25, Lincoln Dalton. Good job, buddy. Love you, buddy. Good job. Number 76, Blake Brown. Good job. Hey, love you, buddy. Okay. Number 21, Ryan Railing. Hey, way to go, buddy. Love you, okay? Who am I miss? Who have I got? Who have I? Number 20, Matthew Osborne. Great job. Hey, love you, buddy. Good job. Is that it? Oh, how could I forget? Number 5, Owen Bright. Yeah. Come here. Love you. Great job. Is that it?
Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flatbed, dump cab, crew cab, in the cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock, or custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skillman's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
It's been another outstanding season at the Center Grove Bantam Football League. Congratulations to all the players, cheerleaders, coaches, and parents for making this an extra special season. A big thank you to the Center Grove Bantam board members for their countless hours of dedication to Center Grove youth football. Special thanks to Center Grove High School varsity coach Eric Moore for his guidance and contributions to the Center Grove Bantam Football League. Today's game was produced by Center Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. The executive director is Aaron Holt, executive producer Matt Murray, production assistant Kat Murray, camera operator Austin Tyke. Today's football broadcast was made possible by Aldi Simply Smarter Shopping, by Ray Skillman Automotive Group, Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Once again, congratulations to the Texas A&M Aggies for winning the 2014 Center Grove Bantam Football League Minor Super Bowl, beating the Georgia Bulldogs 12-7. For Bo Barrett and Andy Weesey, this is Kevin Conrad saying so long, everyone, from Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School.